still riding through. 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 Smooth express lane. Problematic to the structure with no strain at that. Consistent with the move.
Welcome back to Keep the Momentum. I'm your girl Celeste, and I have a very special guest with me today, Chris Cash. He is one of many people in Stockton that are doing their own thing, entrepreneurship. He has a lot of things that we're going to talk about today. But I wanted to talk to you guys really quick because it's been a while since I've made an episode of KTM, and I just want to say that I appreciate all of you guys for your constant support, and I really appreciate all your words of encouragement. It's been a rough patch here. I really am starting to understand how important keeping the momentum, or that rough patch that you get when you realize that, you know, I have to keep my motivation going. So I just want to tell you guys I really appreciate it, and from here on out we're going to keep the momentum going. So if we can start off with telling us what your brand is and what it's about.
So my brand, it started as an idea. Obviously I'm from Stockton, California, born and raised here. Always loved fashion, but I had other prior things I had to go through or aspire to do before I was able to actually get into branding. So I actually went to college and stuff, went to graduate from the University of Southern California, and played professional football for 5 or 6 years. So during the process, got hurt, got injured, and I had to figure out what I wanted to do in my life. So during that time, fashion was always a part of me, but didn't have a plan. So my thing is, you gotta have a plan first before you do anything. You gotta write it down, have a plan, have goals and aspirations. But still to this day, I'm still I gotta pinch myself every now and then. But the idea came from me helping people. I'm big on helping people. I'm big on changing people's lives because somebody took the time out of their life to help me change my life. So due to my coach helping me achieve my goals, I wanted other people to achieve theirs. So I actually coach college football, and I realized that young people gravitate towards me. And I was like, well, coaching is one thing. How can I dive deeper in that?
Right. So,
like I said, I've always had the fashion bug, but I just didn't know how to start it, and I never had time. So when I was at the JUCO level, coaching at the JUCO level, JUCO is junior college for people who don't understand the JUCO language. I was like, well, I got a little time. Let me start my business. So I did everything on my own. Funded it on my own. Came up with my LLC on my own. Watched YouTubes.
Is that how you figured out how to do all that stuff? Because that's really hard.
Yes.
Okay.
I literally did. Like I spent up like long hours just on the internet, on my phone, figuring out what's a BOE. It's called Board of Equalization, where you gotta register your LLC so you can sell or get a permit to buy clothes in bulk, just like everybody else, just like a normal corporation would do. You gotta be registered to the BOE, register your LLC, and then that allows you to buy in bulk and then tax people on the transactions.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know what a BOE is. That's what that's for. So when you file taxes at the end of the year, it's going to ask you how much taxes you didn't sold on your product, your merchandise.
Take notes.
So so I registered to the BOE, and I was like, well, just like any other entrepreneur, you run through rough patches, like you said earlier in the intro. I didn't know anything.
Right.
I just dived in head first.
Right.
I'm gonna take my bumps and bruises, but that's just called experience. You learn from your experiences. So, like I said, I always had a bug. So I came up with the idea called Cash Made Brand, which it coincides financial literacy with fashion.
I love it.
Which has never been done, and if they're doing it, they're not doing it how I'm gonna do it.
Right.
So what we do is we take financial terms, turn them into dope slogans, and then once you buy the product, dope slogans and turn them into logos. Then once you buy a product, we'll have a financial term on the back of the hang tag, which is the Cash Made logo, and it tells you about a stock, a definition of a stock,
Love
a
it.
bond, a mutual fund, a municipal bond, a 401k, a Roth IRA. So all these, life insurance, all these financial terms that people know about, but don't understand the true meaning of it. And then once you understand the true meaning of it, then we want to educate you and put you onto the right, get you financially educated so you're able to have lifelong currency.
I love that because especially in our, our culture, that's not something that we learn straight off the bat. Like you said, the first thing we learn, it has nothing to do with money. You learn how to spend money before you learn how to make it, So I love what your brand stands for. That's definitely something that I've never heard or seen before. I know it's very appreciated through a lot of people. So could you tell us, because you said you faced a lot of obstacles and you had to learn a lot of things on your own. Could you walk us through a moment in your life where you realized there was a change in you, or was there a change in you, or have you always been this person that you are today?
Well, when you just asked me that question, I got a lot of mixed emotions. There was a situation that I had my senior year at I went to graduate from Franklin High School, top 300 in my class, by the way.
Woo!
But there's a situation where I did all the work to earn a scholarship to play football at the University of Colorado, Boulder. And somehow the counselors and the principal and the academic messed up my transcript. So I did all the work. I did all the work on the football field. I did all the work on the classroom. Graduated from high school, passed my SAT, did everything what I was supposed to do. And I went up to school, and they told me I was ineligible to play ball.
Wow.
So it was a big deal. I mean, I remember like it was yesterday. I was crying like a big baby, and it was really, really hard for me to understand how can I put in all this work and then somebody just take away from me.
Yeah.
So the school system was trying to figure out how to get the grade right, and I was like, it's okay, So luckily, I was good enough that people was willing to help me, and Colorado knew one of the coaches from the University of Colorado sent me to a junior college in San Diego.
Nice.
And tried to hire me. That didn't work. So I ended up going there. I was devastated. The Stockton Record came, interviewed me did a whole story, front page story on it and stuff, and all that. I could have sued the school district, but I didn't really worry about that. I just wanted to play ball. I just wanted to play ball and get a good education. So I ended up playing well at the JUCO level. Could have went anywhere in the country, and decided to go to the University of Southern California. So that situation right there probably built me and made me to the man I am today. Is just keep going, keep striving. Obviously, there's going to be some obstacles here and there.
Yeah.
But if you steadfast, and pray about it and continue to do what's right, good things will happen to you.
I totally agree with that. And when you said, I feel like you could have put a lot of the blame on them, and I feel like that's what we do a lot of the times is when obstacles come our way, we blame people for so long. And so when you constantly blame, you don't look at, okay, what can I do next? How can I change this situation? So that's very big of you, and that's, I feel, what separates a lot of people when it comes to, business in general or just life. So when you learned this about yourself, what processes did you have to go through? If that makes any sense, what types of things did you do in order to get to the next level? I know you said you did a lot of stuff through YouTube, but you said that you were in the NFL. So how did you get through that? Well,
one thing about myself, I pride myself on just I'm not a follower. So my big thing was I'm going to nothing has really actually been easy for me ever since I was young. things of always had to go out and earn it, or had to go take somebody's spot or earn it. No offense to anybody else, but things have never been given to me. So my thing was, I live by this model that I have, and I call it the 4 C's of success. And one of the C's is being consistent. So I wasn't able to overcome that obstacle if I wasn't consistent in whatever my goal was. If I didn't try to by any means necessary legally, doing whatever I have to do consistently to achieve that goal to get me to the next level. So, and then my other one was, the other C is communication. I gotta learn how to communicate with whoever I'm dealing with in business, or in coaching, or with my spouse if I'm married, or with a teacher in college, or with my co-worker at my job. So I'm big on those couple things and stuff. But I developed that over time. This stuff didn't happen overnight.
Right.
So those type of traits and attributes, and I call it the keys of success, that propelled me to where I am now. So I learned all those, through experiences. Like experiences is big to me. I hold that dearly, and that's how it got me to where I am now. Just learning, just putting yourself out of your comfort zone. So if I'm comfortable, then I'm not going to be able to grow, right? So me leaving Stockton to go to Colorado was out of my comfort zone. Well, it didn't work out. Well, they sent me to San Diego. I was uncomfortable there. I ain't nobody there. I was uncomfortable. I had to develop new friendships. Left there, went to USC. I knew some people at SC because Frank Strong and Kevin Arbeck, them guys were from Stockton, so I knew somebody there. Those relationships was able to propel me to where I am now.
Right. What are the other 2 C's?
The other 2 C's is commitment and confidence.
Why? How did you come up with the 4 C's, and what are they?
I think I kind of study like a lot of people, like a lot of successful people, and I realized that a lot of those characteristics, a lot of the leaders in our country that make sense to me all have, like a Oprah Winfrey, or like a LeBron James, or like a Kobe Bryant, or like a like Obama. These leaders and these guys and those particular who have a platform to lead, they have they're leaders. They know how to communicate. Leadership is nothing but learning how to communicate. That's all it is.
I agree.
Consistency. Obviously, if you looked at LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they consistently worked hard. They pushed themselves. That's why they're so great. Warren Buffett's of the world. They all those guys they all got those traits. Them traits it's hard to master all 4, but if you do, you'd be successful.
Agreed. So when we were talking earlier, you were talking a lot about, I heard you say bring God up and how he's helped you, and I heard you say that it was hard growing up and different things like that. So do you think it's necessary to have something to believe in?
Well, I believe, I don't want to put religion on anybody, but I believe there's a higher power, and I believe I didn't get here on my own. I mean, there's certain things that have happened to me in my in my life that I can't explain. It can't nothing be but God. So I grew up in church. My grandfather was a pastor when I was young. I grew up in church all the time. That's probably why I don't go to church too much now. I mean, my church is at the house, get on my knees and pray. So cause sometimes sometimes it's hard to find a good church. But I do have a relationship with him, and I do give him all the praise when and all the glory when things go right, and when things go bad, I have to give him praise too. So he's been by me through my ups and downs. I've learned so much through him, and that's only gonna get better.
Right, I agree with that too. So, can you tell us about your coaching, what you instill in your players, and where you coach at? I want to know more about that too.
So, Now let me tell you a little bit about my coaching journey so we can get to where we're at now.
All right, let's do it.
So I coached at Franklin High School, my alma mater. I didn't realize how good of a coach I was until I realized how young men gravitate towards me. Maybe because I'm an ex-NFL player, maybe guys want to play at the highest level. That's the highest level you can play at. And I can relate to them a little bit. I'm cut from where they from. You know,
right.
A lot of these kids grew up with their grandma raised them, when their grandpa raised them. They came from single parent households. You know, I'm from that. I'm cut from that cloth. Unfortunately, you know, my father wasn't in my life, so a lot of coaches are sometimes father figures.
Right.
And one of my coaches, like I said earlier, propelled me to where I am now. But the kids gravitated toward me. I was like, well, you know, I like this, and it's something. Like I said, football is my first love.
Right.
I would play it if it didn't have no monetary value. I go play. But fortunately, it has some monetary value. You have to take care of your kids, take care of your family, travel the world, and do all that good stuff. So I actually played, but coaching-wise, kids always gravitate to something that's, you know, near to them, who they're familiar with.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, I'm not bad at this. So, you know, first couple of years at Franklin, we didn't do too good because we didn't have the athletes there like a Stagg or a St. Mary's or Edison, but we're a heavy game. And I was like, you know what, it's about time for me to move. It's about time for me to move on. So I went to JUCO. Spent 2 years at the JUCO level, junior college level, coaching junior college football.
Where was that at?
That was at Riverside Community College, Riverside.
Okay.
Hot as I don't know what out there. But went there, won the championship, and then left there, and then coached at an HBCU called Florida A&M, the home of the Rattlers.
Oh, nice.
So went there. That was a great experience. I want everybody to go to black college. It's just a different type of atmosphere. Something you'll learn, and it'll always hold dear to you. I was a coach, and I was amazed at just the camaraderie, just the down south, and just the chivalry and everything. I think I did.
Yeah.
Had a great time there. Didn't go well there, and then left there and coached in the NFL. Coached for the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
Coached with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was my coach at USC, and coached there, you know, for a year, and then left there. Went back to Riverside for 2 years, won a championship there, and then now I'm at Alcorn State.
Wow. Okay, so that's a lot. How does it change? Like, what was the difference in coaching at those different places, or how did it make you feel as a coach?
Well, I think it was a learning. Every situation, I try to take something from it. It was a learning. It was like a learning experience for me. So when I coached at the high school level, you gotta learn. You gotta deal with parents. You gotta deal with other coaches. You gotta deal with the principal and stuff like that. Maybe a lack of funding. When you go to JUCO level, a little more professionalism. Still got to deal with parents, but you got to recruit. You got to recruit the kid. You got to recruit the kid to come to your JUCO area. You do home visits. If you get to NFL, it's all totally different. Now you're dealing with men whose salaries are $5 million a year, $15 million a year. You know what I mean? So it's egos.
Yeah.
And politics.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to know how to talk to. You got to talk to grown men a certain kind of way. You got to talk to them. He might be making more money than you, but I'm your coach, so it's a little different there. That was a different little experience there. Then, when you coach at the Division I level, you got to do recruiting. That is different in itself. You got to abide by the NCAA rules. You can't call kids at a certain time. It's just a lot of tedious rules that you got to abide by, or you get in trouble and in the school will be on sanctions and stuff like that. So it's a procedure. I love the college level, especially the Division I level, because I get to see how good I am. I can go and recruit kids' parents or grandmother and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm very, very competitive when it comes to stuff like that.
That's that cancer.
So it's fun. I really enjoy. I really truly enjoy at the coaching at the collegiate level. I would love to go back in the NFL level, but it has to be the right fit. I believe in fit chemistry, coaching staff. I believe in all that. Got to come together. The reason why I took the job at Alcorn State, a friend of mine called me and said, "Hey, I can't take the job, but I got the next best thing." And I just like the way the head coach was so passionate about his university. And I saw how much it meant to him. I was like, I want to help him win. And I didn't take that job. I was Gucci, you know what I mean? I was doing, pushing my brand and being in California, enjoying this nice weather.
Right.
In Mississippi, because Alcorn's it's in Lorman, Mississippi, to be exact.
I didn't even know that.
It is a country. It's in the sticks. So,
yeah. See, I lived in Iowa for almost 3 years, so I know exactly what you mean. That's a culture shock right there. So can you, I want to hear more about the, because I think support is huge, especially with what we're doing. You know, we the only way we can really survive with this is if we have support, people backing us. So with your brand, how do you gain people's support, or what type of things do you do in order to keep people surrounded by you?
So what I do is I just want to see, if you look at the waves of what's going on in our country right now, like there's 3 problems that we pretty much have in our country that's a problem. You know, obviously politics is really big, but it's, you know, it's racism, it's financial literacy, right? And it's unemployment rate.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, when I created the brand, I wanted to have something that people need. Obviously, people need clothes. You can't walk around here butt naked. Right? Unless you go to, Jamaica or something. Jamaica, Brazil with nude beaches. But you gotta have clothes.
Yes.
And I feel like a problem that we have, especially in the African American and brown community, we don't understand how money works. I'm looking at all the social medias and what's going on the platforms right now. Before I thought of the idea, I was thinking about this idea a year and a half ago. Now everybody's talking about financial literacy. I think Nas and Will Smith just created an app for kids, or I guess they invested $20 million for an app on financial literacy right now. It's an app for financial literacy that they're trying to develop, that they're developing right now, that they're backing right now. So that's the spearhead. That's the new. Everybody's making financial literacy cool. I'm making it cool. You can wear it. You can cut your check right here. Everybody's talking about cutting the check, chasing the bag.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but what you gonna do with your bag? What you gonna do with that check? Are you gonna go blow it on some Gucci, Fendi product? Or are you gonna go invest it?
Right. That's huge.
That's why I created the Cash Made brand. We're gonna show you how to invest your money. I'm not gonna literally show you, but I have people in place because I don't have my Series 6, 63, or Series 7. I can't tell you what you can go invest in, but I can be the bridge in the gap to show you who you need to talk to get you to where you need to go. Because you think about it, I thought about this. I played professional football, and you make some money, and you make a lot of money, but a financial advisor won't talk to somebody who makes $30,000. He just won't make no money off you.
Right.
Everybody want money for their time, right? So my thing is, how can I bridge that? How can I bridge somebody who makes $20,000 or $100,000? They're lacking. They don't have the financial. They can't get in contact with a financial advisor. So if I can bridge that gap, that's middle America. Financial advisors 9 times out of 10 only work with somebody they know, or somebody who makes about $250,000.
Right.
About 150.
Right.
Anything under 150, they're not probably gonna touch. So I'm gonna create a team to where they're gonna sit down and talk to somebody who makes $30,000 a year, to where they can invest in a stock. Believe it or not, you can buy a stock. A stock only costs $3, $4.
Right.
People are scared because they don't know. We're trying to bring that to middle America. That's what the Cash Made brand is all about. It's not about the clothes. The clothes are gonna sell itself. My thing is, I want to make you feel good on the outside and the inside. If I'm able to educate you I'm gonna make you feel good on the inside. The clothes is gonna sell itself. Money never sleeps. Money never sleeps. If you buy stock, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, 401k, your money will never sleep. That's why I came up with the shirt. Money never sleeps.
I love it, and I'm so happy that I didn't ask anything before you came, because this is the type of stuff that I'm 26, I'm about to be 26 this year. That's stuff that I'm just now learning, you know, and a lot of stuff that you talked about, I don't fully know about.
Yeah.
So I think this is huge, especially for out here in Stockton, because like we talked about before, it's our finances we put our money in the wrong places. And I think it's huge, especially for somebody my age. This is stuff that we should have already known, but since we don't, I'm happy that you're here to push the message. So I want to know how. I already know how I feel, but how do you keep your momentum?
I'm just passionate what I do. You know, I just love. To me, I like when other people are successful. I mean, like I said, I've been at the pinnacle and I've been at the lowest. I've been broke and I made a lot of money. You know what I mean? So to me, it's all about being consistent. One of my 4 C's. Being persistent. I know I woke up this morning, and I normally work out in the morning because I gotta get my body right for my birthday. I do this thing every year where. Every year I gotta get my body right for my birthday. I look good, you know. I'm 39, so I gotta get good. But I'm big on I just want to just be a lightning rod for people, just to help people. I think if you got all this knowledge, you need to share it.
Yes.
You need to share it. You don't want to be selfish with your knowledge. I think that's what the problem we got going on in our country, especially around Stockton. We gotta be able to help one another. You know, share your knowledge. I don't like using the word being I don't use the word being a hater. I think it's not a hater. I think it's you just afraid.
Yeah.
It's just afraid.
Fear is
fear.
one.
So I think they're just afraid of somebody just taking it. There's enough for everybody out here.
Mm-hmm.
If we help each other, bounce ideas off each other, then we all can be successful. And I just truly believe that. In Stockton, we got a lot of talent. We're talented in sports, we're talented in music, we're talented in art, you know, journalism. I mean, there's a lot of talent here. We just got to get together and don't be afraid. You know what I mean? Let's help one another. Let's be with one another. Let's bounce ideas off one another. Let's be great. That's what it's all about.
Yes. I love it. And if you're down, we should put an event together. We should put something together out here, because I think a lot of people need this message. Like I really do, and everything that you talk about and that you do, I'm completely behind it. If I can help in any way, I would love to. If there's anything that you would like to say to everybody out there that doesn't know about your brand, would you like to give any advice?
Well, the Cashman brand is truly unique. I feel like we have something special brewing. We are gaining momentum, and we're changing the landscape of fashion. I think my thing is I can easily sell a shirt for $35. Kanye, he has a platform where he can share. No offense to Kanye, I like what he's doing. He can sell his shirt for $250. I can go get the same shirt for $2.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's the fact of the matter is that's what he wants to do. Well, for me, it's not about me. I think I want to like I said, I want to change the whole landscape of it. You know, I know there's a lot of financial literacy programs out there that I'm tapping in with. I'm about to create my own financial literacy program. It's gonna be called Lifelong Currency.
Nice.
And stuff. So. We're trying to change. I'm about to have a footprint here in Stockton. We're about to come up with programs to work with juvenile people who get out of juvenile detention centers.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to work out with We're trying to work out something with. We ain't trying. We're going to have something where we're going to connect with convicted felons, teach them about financial literacy.
Yes.
We're going to come up with working out with elementary school kids. Come up with a financial program for them.
Amazing.
So we're going to change the world. I mean, there's That's the problem. I tell people all the time that education is fine. I like education. It's great. But the right education is power. I mean, I can learn some stuff, and that was deep stuff, but the right information is power.
Yes.
That's big. People don't understand that. Well, I learned this along the way. Yeah, you did. That was cool. But did you learn the right information?
And you think you learned that through experience?
Yeah, I learned through experience. So I think that's the key. I think that's the key and stuff. So like our movement is starting to pick up momentum. I'm trying to get the cash made route. It should be everybody in Stockton should have the cash made. I had beanie, I had some boy shirts, a long sleeve, a hoodie. I mean, I got all kind of joggers. I got all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
they got
you do
the
have
cash made logo.
Even the fanny packs.
And I got fanny packs. I got everything. But it's not about the clothes. You selling yourself, telling people that, hey, I'm financially literate.
Right.
I'm financially educated. You know what I mean? That's power. If I learn, see, people don't believe it. If I invested, there's an app out there called the Stash app. You can literally save $10 a week out of your savings account. Right, $10 a week. That's $40 a month. You know what I mean? What? That's 4 times 12. I can't think of the number right now. I'm thinking too fast. I'm talking too fast. I mean,
and I'm not helping.
That's like what, $300-400 a year or whatever. I mean, just saving $10 a week.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for 3 years. I got like almost $5,000 in just one app for just saving $10 a week.
That's huge.
See, people don't understand the stock market in the last 30 years. If you invest in the stock market, I don't care. You can close your eyes and pick one stock, just one stock in the stock market, and you'll gain money. In the last 30 years, the last 50 years, the average stock market, if you invest your money in the stock market, it averages maybe a 12% income. I mean, return on your money.
Right.
12%. That's huge.
Yeah.
You put your money in the bank, it's only like 1%. I don't think it's 1%.
No. Yeah.
See, people don't know. People know that, but they're scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm speaking from experience. I lost a lot of money. So to me, it's like sometimes you just gotta go on a limb and just trust. Because hiding money in the shoebox, they're not gaining no interest for you. Putting money in the bank, not gonna gain no interest for you.
Right.
Putting money in a stock or bond will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Putting money in real estate is huge.
That's what I want to get into. Yeah. I think the 3 words that keep coming to mind, like to wrap up this whole interview, is discipline, consistency, and financial stability, of course. Yeah. So I really appreciate you coming, and I think everybody can agree like this is something that they needed to hear. So if you can you give everybody your socials and let them know where to find you? So
my Twitter is brand_cash on Twitter. On Facebook is @cashmadebrand. On Facebook is @cashmadebrand. So follow me on Instagram. My website is www.cashmade4u.com. Right now I'm doing all kind of pop-ups around the city. I'll be at the Edison pop-up this Saturday. I'll be at another pop-up. I'll be at the Marketplace on the 22nd on downtown Marina in Stockton. So we're doing big things. You can't miss me. I'm gonna have a big cash made tent up there. You can't miss me. It's big and it's beautiful and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm looking follow all my social media feeds. I'll do live all the time. I got videos on IGTV giving you guys straight nuggets on all my 4 C's. Look out for us, Cashmade. We up next. See you at the top.
Ooh, I love it. And for those of the people that don't know about the pop-ups, are those every month?
Well, I've been out here for last month, so I'm out here just doing a lot of pop-ups. So
okay.
My business partner is going to be steady being around doing other pop-ups that pop up around the city.
Okay.
So just follow the Twitter. Follow the stores. You'll see where we at. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you guys for tuning in. As always, keep the momentum. Thank you.
Still riding through. Still riding through. Still riding through. Still riding through. Still riding through smooth express.